Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager 23. This is episode 24. We've done it. We are into the French Open. Last episode, I went back and unchecked the qualifier and said, hey, look, our ranking has improved enough that I think we're going to get into the tournament proper without having to go through qualifiers. So I unregistered and re-registered for the tournament proper, and we are in. So we did make it. We are in the French Open, our first ever Grand Slam appearance for any athlete of the Academy. Of course, it's Clarice who enters first, all the way up to 52nd in the rankings, actually. It didn't even take that, but a week ago, she had performed so well in a 100 level tournament, coming away with the victory, her second in succession, just a few weeks apart from one another, and that saw her climb from low 80s all the way up to 52nd in the rankings. So big jump there, good solid points on that, and she finds herself in good form for this one, and a wonderful opportunity to not just be here, which has already now achieved everything we needed. We had 2 of our 4 goals for the year accomplished, the other 2 being top 70, 52nd, looking pretty good for that one, but also qualify for a Grand Slam. And this is now check that box as well. We don't even have to get beyond the round of 128, but looking at our opponent, we've got a pretty dang good chance of at least seeing one victory here before a likely matchup with Bianca Andreescu is looking like a hefty task, and in all likelihood will not come away in victory. Right now, we have a small chance of beating a top 20 player, but top 10, probably not happening. Not yet. It's a Grand Slam. There is no sitting this one out. We are putting everything into this, giving it our all. So not a big crowd here. First round, 2 relative unknowns playing each other head to head for this one. So wish just luck on that part. In terms of the scouting report, it is predicted that we are pretty evenly matched with each other and both in good form. One good thing that has happened here was that 3 out of the 4 mental categories that you lead into the match, and with I as manager just not having much in terms of quality to offer, I definitely didn't put all my eggs in one basket like I normally do, with kind of the min-max approach to make us very good at a couple of things and then really bad at everything else. As a result, I don't motivate the athletes very well. So when I have those pre-match conversations, it doesn't tend to have a big positive impact on them. But 3 out of those 4 mental attributes were already favorable entering this match, and I was able to get her motivated, the 4th one, and actually to determined, which is exactly what's showing up on her feelings right now. Our opponent, just unfazed for her, and we've got an early lead as we broke her in the very first game of this match already. And here we are with a 40 love advantage with service and a chance to put away the second game. Second chance now at 40-15. Oh, that one just hit. That was looking like a pretty good serve where it was about to hit. Looked like it was going to be right on the line. Nice ball there, and that went out. 2 games love. Good start here. Oh boy, if we can come away with this one, this first set's got to be in the bag. If we're up 3 games, having only served once. Certainly nothing guaranteed, but nice, smart play. She really should have moved her own feet there. Her positioning's not great, and we've taken the game. It is 3 games to love. Oof. Double fault there. That one scraping the edge of the line. Was it 0.2 millimeters? Are you kidding me? Can't even fit a dime in there. There's got to be room for error in the interpretation. That U.S. exit was so harsh. So harsh from the World Cup. Absolutely dominate every aspect of the game, but have a keeper who has the game of their life. And of course now they're going to go just get hammered by Japan, who should be, and in my mind is the favorite for this World Cup, even before the U.S. made an early exit, even before England showed that they have absolutely no medal, though they've survived to the quarterfinals. Rather lucky to survive. And so many top teams out. And right now the top remaining ranked team in Sweden. Sweden did not look good at all against the U.S. Like I said, it came down to a heroic performance. Wait! Wrong sport. Back to this one. Okay. It's 4 games love. Yeah. First set. Let's speed it up. This has got to be in the bag, right? As we nearly dropped 2 straight games, but we come from behind to take that 5th game of the set. And here we are with another chance to break. First set point. Oof. Not well played there, the last couple of points. Not well played at all. That's completely against the game plan. But with service. Oh, great serve there. Boy, what's with the unforced errors here? These are not forced. Those are very much unforced errors. Like, that was a forced error. 40-15. Here we go. Set point. And that'll do it. First set's ours. Second set. Chance to see the second round of Grand Slam for the first time. Of course, it's our first entry into a Grand Slam, so everything's a first that we could be doing here. Mentally, though, we have dropped off a little bit, just unfazed now, but with a 3-game early lead on this one. Now 4-game early lead. It is all but assured that we will see the second round of this tournament. Chance to break, match point. Second service. Right down the middle is not. That was very unforced. Right down the middle was not game plan. Yeah, tall. An absolute shocker of a 2-set upset. Andreescu out. Kudermetova has knocked her off in the very first round. That is a massive upset to see any top 10 player go down in the first round here. So this is an opportunity. Now, obviously, it's going to be a tougher opponent than the one we just played, and she's going to be flying high after coming away with that victory. But we certainly have a chance. Plus 15 in the rankings compared to her, though. Just a couple weeks ago, we were 20 spots lower, so we would have been behind her. I certainly give us a chance here, though. A good 50-50 shot. And not impossible to get through that round of 32 either, as you know, we've certainly beat higher ranked players than 29th, only just. So at least a little bit of a chance to get even deeper into our first ever Grand Slam. Second round, still lacking much of a crowd here on the court, but we've got an opponent here who has actually been in really poor form this season, but has come away with the win of her career. So what can we do against the 22-year-old here? She has 9 career titles, so she has found a way to win some minor tournaments such as we have. But without the form now, what can we do? As always, she got to serve first. It's freaking inevitable. Like it's so rare that I get to serve first that it's become a bit of a joke. But we come in perfect on the stamina side. I mean, we start with a good 99% on this one, though mentally not fit the way we were in that first match. We are a bit troubled this time. Our opponent is definitely feeling better. She's enthusiastic. though she is a bit more fatigued than Clarice. So if Clarice does at some point have this thing push into 3 sets, 3 compact, tight, close sets, we could have an advantage. But it really won't play in until about that time. First game's a loss, but it was a game in which we were receiving. We've already had some tight calls here with balls on the edge of the net. Seems like you're going to have to play the inside to get a call. Unless you're her. Unless you're her. Gosh. We've already hit the outside of the net. Nice. Nice little drop shot there. We'd already hit the outer edge of the line twice and not gotten either call. She hits the outer edge of the line. It wasn't much further out than center of line, but it was out. It was more out than in, and she got that call, but we win the game anyway. I wonder, mechanically within the game, do you have a referee bias? What? That's not the right term for it. A referee quality. Tournament by tournament. For example, are you more likely to have a referee to make mistakes on calls at the juniors level as you move up to the seniors, as you move up to the bigger tournaments, as you move up to a Grand Slam? Are you more likely to have is it an umpire in tennis? I'm still not 100% on my terminology. As I'm sure you know by now, we're 24 episodes into this. I certainly have not been shy to call myself out for not being completely up to par when it comes to my knowledge regarding tennis. I enjoy this game. I've really had fun bringing this to the channel. And there's one where we were a little more out than in, and we do manage to get the call. And it did quickly lead to a 1 point there. As we lead 2-1, by the way, and are on the verge of making that 3-1. So we did break her on that other game while I was talking about this topic. But anyway, I'm certainly not perfect in my knowledge. Over the last couple of years, after bringing this to the channel, I've absolutely watched some tennis again after not having watched it since the 90s. It had been very, very long since tennis had been a part of my sport digestion. Anyway, I do wonder if you have any sort of scaling quality when it comes. How more likely are you to get calls? Because they do have it in this game, right? There is, without a doubt, there are bad calls. They do exist. There's balls that fully in never get called out, but balls on the line that are 90% in can get called out. It's unlikely, but they can. There's balls that are very much, 90% out and just 10% on the edge of that line that get called in. And I have seen balls miss completely get called in. I've seen it a couple times only, but it has happened. So in general, the refs are ups. I think it's umpires. Pretty damn consistent, except for those balls that fall into that mid range, right? A little more out than in, a little more in than out, that kind of 60-40, 40-60 range. Those vary wildly. I mean, it's all over the place on what gets called. But the more it's out or the more it's in, the more consistent the calls are. So while there is variance, it's not a lot. But I do wonder, is there anything under the hood within the game that changes that on a match-to-match basis? Later rounds, better umpires, more consistent. Early rounds, you have a bigger field of umpires that are, doing the early round matches, and maybe some lesser known, lesser reputation type umpires that aren't going to get invited into the later rounds and therefore are less consistent. This is not a big matchup. Neither one of us are ranked. Both of us are fairly unknown. There's hardly anybody here watching. Mom and Dad came to see us. Wait, Clarice has a mom and dad? There's a thought to ponder. Were they FBI agents? Actors? Both? Could be. But, yeah, it just makes me wonder. I love to ponder kind of what's under the hood in a lot of games. Wow, that was a perfect ball from Clarice. By the way, it's only 4-3 here. A chance to go up 5-3, and we do on the verge of taking the opening set of this one. Good stuff here. Alright, you know what? I've been locked in on this camera for so long. I miss this. I absolutely miss this camera. This is a wonderful view in the action, the athlete perspective. And we haven't seen it in so long. We'll take it for this game. Trailing 30 love, though. Not looking good that we will take this one. She might close us in on 5-4, but we will have service back soon enough and a chance to seal this thing. But with that point, certainly giving us a chance in this game to maybe set up something. It's definitely not too late now. Oh, she attacks the net. Really puts us back on our heels there, having to react again and again to each point. Very much prefer to get on the front foot. Nice there. Just keeping that one on the line. Looked like that was just on the edge of the back line. No, it was out because that was the end of the game. I thought we had kept it in. It went her way. It was 5-4. Now with service, this is the game that I'm looking at to put this thing away. Nice. There you go. That's better. 30-15. That's in. Nope. Nope. That's out. That was a bit too long. I think that was out by a fair margin. Probably a good 6 inches. Like that was. And it's 40-30. Set point. Attacking the net on this one. Thought we already had it. Oh! Now see, that was one of those where it was a little more out than in, but we do not get the call. That easily could have been the set right there. And instead, now we're looking at a break point situation. Again on the line. Twice there. We miss a call. There's one. More in than out. But that was definitely beyond the line a little bit. She gets the flipping call. We've had 6 of those already, and 5 of those calls have gone her way. And now we're sitting here on 5-5. I finally get one. That's my second of those. There you go. But it's 40-15. Freaking game's done. We're going to end up going to tiebreakers because of a shitty call. To have 3 balls in just a 2-game stretch that are all on the line and not one of those calls go in your direction. That one's a little too long. 30-15. Absolutely changed the landscape of this entire set because we would have already wrapped it up. We would have won that 6th game a couple games ago. And yet here we are fighting from behind just to take it to a tiebreaker. 40-15. Now, granted, 2 of those 3 were more out than in. But to not get a single of those calls. Lose the first tiebreaker with an unforced error. Not a good start to that. But we get the winner there. Nice. 1-all. Avoid the mini break. Let's go, let's go. We are kind of playing on the front foot here. It's a little bit both ways with that. That was way more out than in. That was a good 75-80% out, and she gets the call. Oh, I'm getting flustered here, aren't I? I am not happy with this referee. We just had a conversation about, does it scale? Is it different? Right now it feels like it does. We normally stick to the finals. In the finals, the calls are pretty consistent. They've been all over the place here and mostly not in our favor. I'd say we've had a good 10 online decisive calls, and 8 of those calls have gone her way. I've only had a couple go my way, and one of those was way more in than out anyway. We're going to lose this first set because of it. We have lost this first set because of a referee decision. However, as always, there's the next point. There's the point after. There's the point after that. What we do with those points matters as much as more and more than the decision of the referee on that single point. Times 8 does add up. We should have won that set. I'm ticked about it, but Clarice had plenty of opportunities following those particular decisions to bounce back and take it.
Second set.
Now from behind, a set that was very much ours. She's still troubled. I don't know if there's smoke billowing from my ears, but I was definitely fuming there for a minute. Double fault. And a love 30 advantage here on this second game. We could start just the way we did in the first one and get some early control. Love 40. Break point. Let's go. Take it to her.
15-40.
Or just unforced. Just slam the ball into the net. Oh, nice one there. But why'd you go back to the right? You had her tucked into the right edge over here. The whole left side was wide open. Poor decision. Well done there, though. Got the game. We do get the break. Not a good start to our third game, though. Not very good positioning on that one either. What are we doing? What are we doing? Clarice, wake up. She's absolutely fallen asleep in this game. Wow. So we gave it away. We gave away our advantage just like that. You just put ourselves in a strong position to take the set and then don't even bother showing up to that third game. She was a total non-entity and we were the one with service. And now, of course, we'd have to go back and break to get back to our advantage. And yet here we are, love 30 already. But now, finally, waking up, playing better. This is the first rally we've had of any kind. We don't win the point, and we are very quickly in danger of going right back to 2-2.
40-15.
Finally, the last couple of points have been much better. Minor mistake there. You're not going to get them all, but we've looked better the last few points. Had looked better. Nice. Tough winner right there. Well earned. Ooh. She can't quite reach that one. Oh, see, there's another decision. That was very much on the line, nearly at the 50% point. And then there's one I finally get. As that ball was at the same essential position, about 40% in. And we managed to get that call finally. That was out. Got them celebrating individual points right now. Nice. Right on the line. Absolutely nothing she could have done about that one. Tactically, we are set to not hit that ball back at them when they attack the net. To put it around them, to put it beyond them. Away from them instead of at them. Hitting it at them. Not smart. Right back to 3-all. Ooh.
15 low.
I think that would have been a winner if it was in. I don't think we were going to reach
30
it.
low.
30 love. Tight. Second set right now.
Out. 40 low.
40 love.
4. Second set.
Somehow still stressed. Like our mentality has not changed at all here. Oh, great power on that one.
Game.
Nice.
4 games to 3. Low.
That was not a dangerous ball at all. No idea. We
15
thought it was going to go the other way. Surprised by the direction she hit it.
15 30.
Double fault there. 4 games to 3 lead and up 15-30 in this game.
40.
And that was on the line. That was 90% in, but we do get the call. Ooh, thought we might have had it there for a second. She stays alive.
30.
Oh, and she squeaks that one by us.
4. Second set. Fault.
Double fault. That's the game. 5 games to 3. On the verge for the set with service. She was able to reach that ball, but she was very much out of position when she played it. That was a bit of a forced error. Somewhere between forced and unforced anyway. And we take the set 6-3. So it's one set all. Everything to be decided on this third set. And now, and this is something I talked about at the beginning of the match, fatigue becoming to be a factor. She's below 50% at the end of that set. We are just above 50% right now.
Third set. Final set.
Okay, with that rest in between the sets,
Love.
big mistake there. She's almost at that 50% threshold. She's going to spend most of this third set. I'd say all but the first game or two.
Love.
Ooh, hey, we finally got one. Okay, fine. It was like 70-80% out, but we do finally, we've had the last 2 calls go our way. While we are a bit tired, we're much less tired than she is. A good 10% ahead of her when it comes to the fatigue level. Though, again, still troubled. She's now indecisive, so she finally does not have a mental advantage over us.
15
And we've already won the first game, and it was a break. Here we are with service at 1 game, love, and 15-all.
15
Ooh.
30.
It cut away before the ball ever hit, but it looked like that ball was in.
Out. 15
And if it
40.
wasn't in, it certainly looked like it was partway in. Nice ace there, though. 30-40. Much needed as we were down 15-40. It was a breakpoint situation. Still a breakpoint situation.
Deuce.
Now deuce. Out of the breakpoint situation. Nice opportunity to do that. And do immediately. Saw that wide open opportunity for an easy winner and take it. And now with advantage. And on the front foot. Ugly mistake right there, though. Very unforced. Tiny bit forced. I mean, she did make us run a ways to get to it, but we had gotten there comfortably enough. And then comes up with a good winner on the next one. In a little bit of trouble. Back to a breakpoint situation, and that was so easily reachable. Well, there goes our early advantage. 1 game all. And back to the return game.
Out. 30 low.
And a couple long balls here lately. I'm still over 50%. She's already at it. She's the one who should be having accuracy issues. But all of a sudden, Clarice cannot find the court. She's finding the clay elsewhere, but she's not finding it within the painted lines.
Game.
The chalk lines.
Games to 1.
Yeesh.
15 low.
Nice winner she set up there, though.
Fault. Second set.
Must-win game. Absolute must-win. She cannot afford, especially while being stressed, and that mentality is getting worse right now. When we play to our tactic, she wins points so easily, so comfortably. I mean, the other player,
15
no idea how she even reaches that one. She's like 8-9 feet away from it. She used those go-go gadget arms.
15,
But there we are. 15-30. Come on. Break point. 15-40.
Fault. Second set.
Ooh, just out. That was a 90% out where she didn't get the call. We saw so many of those early on, but all of a sudden, late in that second set, through this whole third set so far, no idea what happened there. I guess Clarice just couldn't hit the ball. I mean, she came up on it. Ooh, nice one. We got the break. 3-2. Back with service. And we can take control of this match.
Love 15.
Man, that was more than half. All right, that was half in, half out.
Love
Half in, half out. Did not get the call.
Fault. Second set.
We'd had 3 calls in a row, but definitely did not get that one. And as it was half in, half out,
Love 14.
that easily could have gone.
Second set.
See, there's another one. That was about 40% in. Still can't get a call. So 2 in a row go against us. And twice in a row, we break her and then we get broke right back.
Out. Love 30.
What we have here is chaos.
Love 40.
Back on the
Fault.
football, aka soccer discussion for just a split second.
40.
Don't worry, I won't talk about it for long. It's just fresh on the mind. 4-3. We brokered, by the way. This is what we call end-to-end stuff. This is where both teams are attacking. Neither team is particularly defending. It's just one counterattack after another at play. 4-3 with service. The returner is winning every game here of late. Can we finally buck that trend and use the advantage of service to, our advantage?
15-0.
15-all.
Second set. Out.
Oy.
30.
We give a little soft serve ice cream there, and then a little bit forced error. She hit that ball pretty hard, even though we were easily in position, but then we hit it long. And then stupid ball into the net, and here we are. Again. She's already below that 50% threshold. Clarice is almost there, and maybe there now. So she's going to be less accurate? Less accurate than what? She's been terrible. She got an ace on that one. That was a 50-50 ball. It was half out, half in. Can you tell I'm still mad about that first set? We should have already won this. Moved on to the third round. We shouldn't even be playing this third set.
15-30.
And it's on Clarice. I mean, no decisive calls at this point in this set that were game changers. But where we had, for a stretch there, gotten some calls going our way.
Out. 30.
Not one. Not one in the last 4+ games. Clarice not working her side to side enough. We're very much playing defensive here. And eventually give away the point. And again, it's a loss. But this time, it was while she was serving. So she just took 2 games in a row.
Love 15.
Tried to do the drop shot. Failed miserably. Put the ball into the net.
Out. 15-0.
90% in.
Second set.
At least, 80% in. Did get the call, but wasn't like it was a 50-50 or a 60-40. It was very much in.
30.
Finally getting on the front foot just a little bit when it matters. Here with service. Surprised we didn't have a winner there.
30.
And she eventually takes the point.
40.
Nice.
30.
Well done there. Shocked that we haven't been able to do that more,
5
as we do it in back-to-back points, opposite directions. 5 games all.
Love 15.
Nice there. That's on the return. We do it twice in a row. Love 30. We've essentially done it 4 plays in a row in opposite manner. Woo! that was skied breakpoint,
Second service.
and that was into the stands. It was hit so high.
Game.
And she does it again, and that's the game. 6 games, 5, and an ace. What? Man, we just came to life here in the last
Second
game and a half.
Out. 30,
Ooh,
50.
that was just out. 100% out. Like that was no touch of the line at all, but it was just out. 30-15.
Out. 40, 15.
We got one, folks. We got one. That was more out than in. That was like 70% out just when it counted. So they went through a stretch there in that third set where she just suddenly got call after call after call after call. And it got tight there for a little bit. We got some momentum, got a little run, and got one very key call right at the end on the penultimate point, what turned out to be the penultimate point before we take the game and the match. 3-set thriller. We are entering the round of 32. We're still alive in this French Open, which is phenomenal. At this point, 130 points. Massive haul. That is going to absolutely affirm our position in the top 70. At this point, $250,000 out of the prize pool. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Into the round of 32. Right now, round of 32 is 130 points. And from that prize pool, we're talking about $250,000 towards Clarice, with a healthy cut of about a third of that. Out there right now, Swiatek has been knocked off. Number 1 seed in this tournament is out with the 18, moving on. Pliskova. Kenin has moved on. She's only 42nd in the rankings. It's surprising to see her that low. We do have a qualifier who has somehow survived after a huge upset over Fernandez. Raducanu, 13th ranked player right now and into the round of 32 against Kruger. Sabalenka against Towson. Battle of two Lindas, both in the top 25s. Clarice will play Vondrasova next. 29th ranked player, not an impossible play for us, but certainly not going to be easy at all. We have a 14-34 matchup. The lowest ranked player that we've seen, at least to this point, Emerson Jones. You might remember who that is, but Emerson Jones is the number 1 ranked junior player, both last year and currently this year. She's already pushed all the way in, having already beaten Sakari, who is 24th. She looks like a force to be reckoned with. Emerson Jones is going to be a big rival of ours. She's still playing juniors this year, so she's a year behind us, which is freaking shocking. But this is your world-class athlete who has shown up competition-wise to clearly be a top 10 player at some stage in the not-so-distant future. She may even get there before Clarice can. That's going to be a big rivalry for years to come, I think. We got a 26-66, a 17-39, 94-3 with Corey Goff. Absolutely one of the favorites that's still alive here in this French Open. A 32-11 matchup, a 92-5. So there's a handful of survivors from the lower ends of the rankings. The 28-12 and a 23-2. Naomi Osaka, the 2 highest ranked player left in this tournament. So her and Goff are definitely going to be the favorites going forward. I know in real life, Goff just had a major tournament victory just over the weekend. What tournament? I don't know. You already know I don't follow that closely, but I follow closely enough to know that she just had a big tournament victory. 7 rounds. We have survived to our exit. It's coming. It is coming. It's been foretold, but hey, we've already survived 2 rounds. That's pretty flippin' awesome. Meanwhile, Urhoba, finally healthy, finally competing in a tournament, and she's won her first 2 rounds. So she is also heading into the 3rd round, healthy still, uninjured within the tournament, playing well without form because she hasn't played except for one round in a couple months because of back-to-back injuries. So we'll continue to wish her luck and continue to wish Clarice some luck as well as she continues on with the French Open, still alive and kicking with some big rewards headed her way. Like I said, her season is now assured. It's the end of May. So we've got a few months to kind of sit back off a little bit with the schedule. We've got to maintain that top 70. But the points we're going to get from this, I think, is absolutely going to push us even higher. Top 40-ish, top 45-ish anyway. So we've got some wiggle room to slip back down a little bit to help her spend some time developing and going from very good, where she definitely is now, into the great category so she can be good enough to get into that top 25. Takes training. We can't just go tournament. So we're going to be trying to commit some of the later portion of the season into that. But Urhobo has a lot of work. So fingers crossed that she is healthy. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.